Hey there, Beer to Whiskey crew. Welcome to this segment of Beer to Whiskey. I'm Russ Heaps, and today in our ongoing effort to spread the gospel of good taste, we're in my hometown of Greenville, South Carolina, and we're in my favorite watering hole downtown, which is Sobeys. And we are doing a little whiskey tasting, a bourbon tasting. This is the third round of 2 rounds. You'd have to go back and look at the other 2 rounds. But anyway, we have the 2 finalists from each of the 2 previous rounds that we're going to be tasting and rating and picking the best of. But before we really get into all that, Ports, what do we want the folks to do?
We want them to look at the bottom of the screen, find the like button, like and subscribe.
That's it.
And drink beer and whiskey.
And drink beer and whiskey. That's
you tried a little too hard.
Yeah. So yeah, look for the thumb up. Click on that to like. At the end of the video, you've got an opportunity to click on a couple of other videos if you want to watch them. There's also the round Beer to Whiskey icon. You can click on that to subscribe. A new video comes out every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Helping us out today, thank goodness, because we're a little beyond help at this point, is Brandon Urego. Sometimes we call him Brian. But Brandon Urego and...
his friends call him Brian.
Yeah. Well, unless they're really his good friends and they call him Woody. So, I've known Brandon a long time. Probably, 8-10 years, something like that. Anyway, so Brandon is our security guy. He's the guy that made sure that this was all on the up and up and that we had no clue what was going on. And exactly what did you do here, Brandon?
So we got everything blind tasting. So we had 2 rounds, and 2 of these bottles came from each round. So these are the finalists, and we have them in a certain order. These guys don't know, and they'll taste it, take notes, and see which one comes out on top.
It's a taste-off.
It's a taste-off. It's a taste-off. Great. Brandon, thanks.
Yes, sir.
You can go back to lounging around, which is what I'm sure you do most of the time here. So, in our finalists, here we've got, and I'm really surprised by this. Number 1, it's because it's a Tennessee bourbon, but which just does not seem right. But anyway, it's Heaven's Door, which is what's the guy's name? How come I can't remember that?
Axl Rose.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Jeez, I don't know why I can't remember that. I'm from that generation.
Well, if there's any consolation,
and knocking on Heaven's Door.
If there's any consolation, Bob Dylan can't remember his name either.
That's a good point.
Also true.
That's a good point. So anyway,
Please don't sue us, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, we've got
We
that.
love all your work.
This stuff sells for 36 to $50 a bottle. Mash bill is at least 51% corn, and then there's always 30% small grains. We don't know what the balance is, and it's aged at least 6.5 years. Next to that, a real sleeper that we were all surprised by is Old Granddad 114, and where is that? Okay, 26 to $33 a bottle. The mash bill is 62% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley. The proof is 114, which makes it 57% ABV. Next to that, we've got Evan Williams.
Evan Williams.
Which is another kind of surprise, but not really a surprise.
Single barrel.
It's just underappreciated is what it is.
So
Yeah.
86.6 proof, and it's got an age statement. It's 10 years old.
Yep, it's 10-year-old bourbon. It's a bargain. You can
At $28 in Ohio.
Yep, you can get it for 26 to $30 a bottle. The proof is 86.6%. It's or 80. Jeez, 86. I did that the last time.
Exactly the same bottle.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It's a misprint on here.
He gets a little shy with the end.
The proof is more booze. The proof is 86.6. Yeah, and so It's a very affordable, very accessible bourbon. Everybody should have it in their liquor
Readily
cabinet.
available, yeah.
And the very end, we've got Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style, which incidentally they do pour at the bar here at Sobeys, along with they pour the Evan Williams as well. But you can get it for 55 to 65 bucks a bottle. The mash bill is 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malted barley, and it's 115 proof or 57.5% ABV. Having said that, let me introduce the panel of our astute tasters.
We've
Medi-
become astute.
Immediate,
We're growing in
Maybe I-
stature even as we speak.
maybe I don't know what astute means. That's always a possibility.
Did he say astute or astute? Yeah.
Standing immediately to my left is Randy Porter. He came down from Ohio. He's a fraternity brother of mine. We were Fijis at Wittenberg University, and we've known each other since 1969. You do the math.
Jeez, can't. They're old.
In the middle, with his head brushing on the ceiling, is Drew Wortham. He's from Parts Unknown, and he's a bartender at Smoke on the Water in downtown Greenville, and also pours some drinks at Smiley's, which is a couple of blocks away from Smoke on the Water. He would love to see
true.
you. On
All these facts are true.
on the very end, last but not least, our PhD of craft beer, Big John Richards, who actually has a palate that can actually taste some stuff, which is why we invited him to come and taste the whiskey. And with that, what we're going to do, we've got 4 tasters in front of us. We're going to score them from 1 to 10 on 4 different categories. Color, no, and I think the next time we do this, we'll probably leave color out of it. But we're going to do color.
Why would we start now?
We're going to do nose. Well, we'll do that when we do them.
I can
another
just
year.
cross it out.
No, holy cow! I've lost control. This
Did you ever have control?
This is-
we just controlled ourselves.
This is the 3rd one of these we've done, so things are getting a little chaotic. We're going to do it on color, on nose, on taste, and on finish. We're going to total them up, and whichever is the big wiener is the big wiener.
Not me.
So with that, let's get to it.
So color, number 4.
Color. Oh, I was going to go right to the smell.
Color.
I got half of mine to skip color and nose.
Yeah.
Well, you still have to score them.
Nose.
Number 1 looks the lightest of the 2.
Yeah,
Number 3.
number 4 looks the darkest to me.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
going to
it.
say.
Either number 4 or number 3.
And I don't know what dark and light has to do with anything. I don't know.
You're the one
Well,
who made
one-
these scorecards.
I know.
Well, from the consumer's point of view, the darker it is, the perception is it's better.
Right.
Now, to give an example, in this country, you can't color your bourbon or your
Right.
whiskeys, but they do in Scotland. So they will actually put caramel coloring in the whiskey
Yep.
to make it look darker, to give you a perception that
That's
it's
why I
older
don't
and
drink
better.
scotch. Well, that and about
Whoa.
12 other reasons.
Right. So
Give me one of those 12 other versions.
It tastes like
Scotch.
scotch.
The scotch is very scotchy.
Why is there so much scotch in my scotch?
That end of the table's gonna.
They really should have
They're gonna get a timeout.
Probably.
They're gonna get a timeout. Jeez, oh Pete.
now number 3, I'm getting back to that maple syrup. Got a whiff of that.
Well, this is fun. None of the 4 are standing out as the high gravity, high
No.
density
Yeah.
ones.
Wait till you taste it.
Well, yeah, I'm getting there. But on the nose, I'm pleasantly surprised to find out that none of them smell super aggressively boozy. There's some of that,
booziness there.
like acetone.
Yeah, I definitely get some acetone on number 4.
And I smell a lot of that maple and vanilla on 3. I'm with you on
Yeah.
that.
Definitely that sweetness on 3.
Did I have you guys sign the non-disclosure agreements?
With blood?
Well, that's how we would have done it. So
That's a blood pack?
Number one didn't have much of a finish to me. It,
I haven't
No, they
even
kinda-
done it. I haven't even tried
Yeah,
it
it
yet.
kind of just dumps off.
yeah, just I mean, it just kind of dissipates.
There's not a big nose on it either, to be honest with you.
Nothing
I
is
still
much of a
got-
notice to me right now.
It still bites on the finish for me. I still get that. I get more of the spice on the finish with that and the sweetness up front. And
Yeah.
it's that vanilla kind of.
Yeah, the vanilla and caramel kind of lingers on your lips, and everything else just kind of
Yeah.
pushes on back.
Yeah, the more I pick up this number 2, the more I'm smelling the booze on it.
Yeah. It's gonna turn out to be the lowest proof one.
All right. Which is not. I mean,
It's not necessarily the amount of alcohol.
yeah, it's how they
you-
cover it up.
Yeah.
No, number 2 is definitely one of the higher proofers, I can tell you that. Not sure which one it is.
Oh yeah.
Which
After
one?
tasting
Number
it,
two?
it
Number 2, it's
Mm.
feel that.
it's one of the
Yeah.
high proofers.
Wow.
It's not real spicy on the finish, I don't think.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's covered very well.
It goes, yeah, that's where you get kind of like a honey thing that's on the finish.
No.
Yep, this number 3 is coming off a lot more honey.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Oh, definitely maple syrup here.
Yeah, it's vanilla, maple, caramel. See, that one's got everything going on. That one's got a little of the booze. It's got a little of the sweetness.
It's pretty well balanced.
It balances because it cuts off the booze on the finish
Yeah.
and it just lingers with that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a Werther's on the end. It's just butterscotch all to pieces on the end.
Yeah, with 4 I just instantly get hit with that sweetness, that butterscotch,
Yeah.
caramel.
Definitely butterscotch.
Mm-hmm. Just
Give it
right,
a
right there,
Big,
just
big,
right there.
Give
Big
it a-
butterscotch.
Give it a
right
little
there.
swirl
It almost hits you in
though,
the
and
face.
that perfume comes at you.
Was I supposed to be doing this the whole time?
Well, one of the things that some of the, they talk about the legs on, like a wine, but I don't, maybe we don't have the right kind of glasses. I don't see any legs on.
I'm not sure that's really a thing, even
Yeah.
even in wine. I'm not sure that's really a thing.
I have no opinion.
Russ isn't a legs guy.
Clearly. Now, see, that's the booze on the finish.
Yeah.
To me, you smell all the sweetness, and then you drop down into the booze.
You're talking about 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The nose is very juxtaposed by the taste.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of spicy kick to it on the finish, I think.
Number 4?
Number 4.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's go back through them one more time.
Well, if you insist.
Right?
Okay.
The taste of number 3 is
I really like.
very good.
I really like the nose on number 1, but maybe my nose is being dead. in my
No,
mouth.
I'm with you. I'm on a high number there, too.
Kind of dead air here. We need a little more frivolity.
A
or
little more
something. A
banter.
little more banter. A little more frivolity. Maybe somebody tell a joke.
We just got finished talking about how Russ isn't a legs guy. Is that not enough for you guys?
Yeah.
You know why they call this a blind tasting? Because I feel like it's the blind leading the blind here.
It
In
is.
some way, I don't know.
I'm just waiting for John to start writing more things down. How long can I smell this whiskey before he just starts writing shit down?
The funniest thing would be if somebody just fell over here at this point.
I mean,
Give me $10, I'll do a pratfall.
I'm going to try to really...
This is a real tasting, guys.
I've already got my scores done. I just need to add them up.
Well, okay, I like one.
That's gonna be the toughest part.
Number 2 is definitely big and bold. On it.
Yeah, it's not very shy.
It's big and bold right on up front.
I've already scored everything. I've totaled my scores. I'm just drinking now just for the what I say, the pure pleasure of it. Jeez.
what were you expecting?
Well, no, this is exactly what I was
I
expecting.
can't believe you don't want to put someone in between us.
This is exactly what I was expecting.
At this point in the whole process,
I feel like
It's just so.
you just keep tasting this.
well, you keep tasting it, but at this point, I think I've formulated my opinion, and I'm probably judging them based on I think I'm going to like this one because I picked it up and I've liked it every time so far, and
Are you talking about number 3?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
then that's
number
what-
3 is just so smooth.
yeah, it's killing it.
It's
Well, yeah.
There's such a good travel in that. I mean, the aroma's a little boozy, a little sweet, and then you pick up that big butterscotch and caramel up front. That's about as sweet as a freaking donut up front. And then it drops down, it's spicy, and then it cleans back up on the finish. It's just a...
See, that's why John's here. Listen to that. He could go on forever.
I told him to say that.
It's true. He was coaching me on the way in. I just picked this up and started smelling it, and I was like, God, I hope I wrote down a big number on the nose.
Well, I don't
And
know.
I did, so...
To me, number 4 is my
So,
I haven't
so
stirred
this
up yet.
iteration of John agrees with the 2 minutes ago iteration.
That's exactly right. Nobody time traveled, did anything crazy.
Well, we're not. These guys are. They're lagging.
I'm almost there. I'm done. I just have to tally out.
They're laggers.
I don't like the end on that one. As much as I like
I really don't
the
need it.
nose and the body, the finish just... It doesn't linger
Yeah,
right
it
for
kind of
me.
drops off for me too. I've got fairly high and then it drops off
Right.
there at the end. It just
I think there's some 0.5s in here somewhere. There's a 0.5 or 2, and that's what's slowing this process down.
That's
all.
really fun. This is the first one I don't have a 0.5 on.
yeah, I don't have a 0.5 either. So that's
Yeah, I got mine, but they're so close. It's almost.
I've actually
It's
got
like I said, no matter
I've actually got a
where all
clear
this
cut winner
comes
for the
out,
first time.
I would drink any one of these any day of the week.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I would drink any of them, but I've actually got a clear cut winner for the first time.
Do you? Oh, okay. Now we need our unbiased scorekeeper. Or
Well, no, we gotta add
Oh,
them
add
up and
'em up,
figure out where
okay.
we are. But Big
the
John's
scores... The
Big
scores...
John's still struggling through his.
That's why I have a calculator.
You were being
That's
generous, my friend.
Awesome! These are the winners, bro.
The big
Maybe that's
wieners.
why I was judging them more harshly. These guys have already come through here.
It's the big
and won.
wieners.
That's right. I have a clear-cut winner, too.
Okay, you
And
ready?
3 tied for second.
Are you ready?
I've only got a 1 point difference here.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay. Number 1 for me was 28.
I had 29.
I also had 29.
And I have 31. Gives it a 117.
Number 2, I had 27.
I had 29. Oh no, excuse me, 30. I had 30.
I had 28.
I had 31. Again. It gives
See
it
a
a
pattern for me.
116.
Well, these are going to be. It's going to be a photo finish here,
Number
boy.
number 3, I had 34.
I had 28.
I had 31.
And I had 35.
Woo, that looks
Number
like
3 is going to be the winner.
128.
128. Looks like number 3.
Number 4, I had 24.
24. I had 31.
I had 27.
And I had 31. Gives it a 113 for the day.
All right. So number.
Number
Number
1 and
3 is our clear-cut winner.
number 3, number 1, number 2, and number 4.
I swear to God, if old
Old
Granddaddy
Granddaddy.
wins,
I'm telling you.
I'm going to go get a bottle the
I'm
second we leave here.
I'm
Not getting
All right,
accused of
sorry.
stealing goalpost alive.
That's... Bro. Alright. Come on in the picture with us, Brandon.
Okay, so Brandon, we've come to
An
our
impasse.
conclusion, and let's see where we are exactly.
Number 1 was the winner, right? Was that the or,
That was number
or
3.
Number 3.
Number 3 was the winner. Was number 1.
Do we want to go with like the big reveal?
Way to go.
Well, that's right. We ought to go. We ought to go backwards.
Go
See,
backwards. Go
So
see,
we
backwards.
I
gotta
don't.
go-
I still don't get this.
We
whole
got to go
thing.
third place.
All right.
Then first.
Number 4.
And
Number
then tell
4.
them what the second
What was number
runner-up
4?
was.
Was one-
That's the way they do this shit.
Number 4 was the Old Forester.
Woo!
Okay.
Old Forester,
Okay.
number 4. Wow.
All right. I need to write this down.
Yeah, probably a good plan.
Probably a good idea, yeah. Good thing we're here to back you.
Okay.
Right.
Number 3 was, or I'm sorry.
I
Number
concur,
2
Doctor.
was.
Old Granddad.
Old Granddad.
Ah.
Okay, so it's number 2. Okay.
All right. Number 1,
Number, yeah.
Was-
Heaven's Hill.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
Or
Evan
whatever.
Williams is the
Heavens.
winner?
Heaven's Door.
Door.
Wow.
Knock, knock, knock.
Solid.
Heaven's Door.
Wow.
Knock, knock, knock.
Heaven-
We're down to 1.
Heaven-
And number 3 was Evan
Number 3
Williams.
was the
Wow.
runaway winner here.
Wow.
The Evan Williams single.
I
That honestly, I feel like I'm to blame for that because my palate automatically just likes Evan Williams.
But here's the thing: when Russ, I was talking to Russ like a week ago, and we were trying to figure out what we're going to bring, and I told him what I had in my liquor cabinet. I said, well, I may go out and I might pick up something else. And I said, well, I found this on the shelf in Ohio for $28. I thought I'll bring it, and I told Russ I'm bringing Evan Williams, 10-year-old single barrel vintage.
Single barrel.
And for $28, it turned out not only be the best, but the best value. I mean, the whole thing.
That's all our bases right there.
Yeah, it is. It's check box, check box, check box, check box.
I guess I need to upgrade from the green label.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm
No more
amazed.
sour mash for you, sir.
Yeah,
I would
no,
have been.
sir.
I would have been even more amazed had it been Old Granddad 114. But
And I
Yeah, because
suspected it was
this
gonna
is
be.
one that I've been told before to expect something good out of.
yeah, well,
Whereas with
and as I say, that's my volume bourbon at home. I've always got it, and
You have good taste, sir.
yeah, I like it. With that, Brandon, thanks for helping us out.
Yes,
Thanks. Let's
Go Brandon! That's
golf
a dry
applause.
guy.
I don't want him to get
That's
the
a
big
dry
head.
And let's have another big shout out for Sobeys for
So
Indeed.
for
Love
hosting this
Sobeys.
for us.
For
What
people
a
that
wonderful
always stand
place
down
in
here for 3
downtown
hours.
Greenville. Like I
Right.
said, if anybody comes from out of town, come to Sobeys.
Yeah,
Great place.
and I agree with that. This is, and if it's on a Friday night, you'd probably find me sitting at the bar. And with that, guys, thanks.
We want to show them our good side to spreading the gospel of good taste.
Spread the gospel of good taste.
That's right.
That's it. See you next time.
All right.
Welcome, America.
Thanks, man.